Hello, we're looking at getting started with Word. There are lots of ways to get into Microsoft Word. We're going to get into the online version. You could go to www.office.com, click sign in. You might have to use your York St John email address and your regular York St John password, and then you should find Word on the left, or you might have to go into the 9 dots to open it there. If you're on Moodle, you can use the Services menu to jump into your email, and that will take you to Microsoft 365, and then the 9 dots in the top left-hand corner will let you access Word. And finally, if you're on the York St John website and you go to the student page, you'll find a link to your email there, which again takes you into Microsoft 365. Whichever route you use, you can use this 9-dot launcher in the top left-hand corner to open Word. The starting screen offers you some sample templates. We're going to start with a blank document. This is the online version of Word. It runs in your internet browser. We're using Google Chrome here, which is what we recommend. We'll look later at the downloaded version of Word that you can add to your own devices. When you work in Word online, your document is automatically saved to your university OneDrive. This is the best place for documents to be, as it's backed up and available from every computer. Here you can see it's called my document, Document 15. If I click on that, I can give that a more meaningful name for me. I can click away, and that's now got the new name. You'll see a selection of menus at the top of the screen, and below them is what's called the ribbon, with all the commands you can use. To make this look more like downloaded Word, I would recommend you go into the ribbon display options on the right hand side and select Classic Ribbon. This is a personal choice, but this gives you access to more features in front of you. Each of the menus has a different ribbon with different functions that you may need to use. The home ribbon's the one you're going to use most. Let me start by typing some text. If I type a title, to get to the next line I can just press Return or Enter on the keyboard. I'll add some more text now. If you want to change the appearance of text, you're most likely going to be using the font group on the home menu. If I want to change my title, I'm going to highlight that text. I'm starting at the end of the sentence, holding the mouse button down and dragging back until that is highlighted. You can see we have a local version of the menu here, and you can use that or you can use the main one. It makes no difference. You can set the font. You can set the font size using numbers, or you can go bigger or smaller using the buttons here. You can use bold and other features including colours. For your main text, again, if you want to affect one part of it, you can select it. If you want to affect more of it, you can hold the mouse down and drag down the screen until it's all selected, and then choose a font and a size, and all of it will be set to the same font and size then. To cancel the selection, just click anywhere in the text. If I wanted my title in the centre, I need to click somewhere on that title line. We're going to use the paragraph group for this now. We can align that to the centre. If I didn't mean to do that, there's a button to align it to the left, which is what you'll use for most of your text. The other tool you might use in the paragraph group is line spacing. If I highlight all my text by holding the mouse down and dragging up, I can change the line spacing for the whole text at once. And again, click away somewhere on the white background to cancel that selection. If you make a mistake at some point, you can undo. There's an undo button on the left hand side here, and the shortcut for that is worth learning, holding down Control and pressing Z at the same time. And that will undo step by step going backwards. If you go back too far, you can redo, which is the button below it. When you're working on text, you might need to scroll up and down using the scroll bar on the right hand side. You can hold your mouse down on it to smoothly move up and down. If you have a mouse with a wheel, that will also make the document scroll up and down. And sometimes you might want to zoom in or out, so we have a zoom control on the bottom bar down here. On the bottom left you can see we have a word count, that's counting all the words. If you only want to count some of the words, you can highlight them first, and it will then show you the highlighted words and the whole document count. If I make a spelling mistake, which might just be bad typing, Word will underline it with a wiggly red line. If you click the right mouse button rather than the normal left button, you'll get offered some options. You'll need to be careful to choose the right option for the meaning you want. If none of those are suitable, you might have to manually change it yourself. You may also see different sorts of underlining. Right-clicking those will give you some suggestions. Here it's suggesting we need a comma after that word. You can accept it by clicking on it or ignore it. Here it's suggesting you use different phrasing. Again, you can accept these suggestions or choose to ignore them. Word Online auto-saves, so even if I close my essay, it'll be there for next time. If you get yourself back into Word, you should see your recent documents listed on the screen, with typically the most recent document at the top. You can just click on the name of it to open it up again and carry on working. If you want to see where your document is stored, you can go into the Microsoft switcher, select OneDrive, and you'll see your recent files listed here. The list of recent files lets you open the documents again. If you want to see all your files, go into My Files, find the file, and you have a lot more options here, including the option to download the file to your computer, maybe if you're going to submit it to Moodle. As an alternative to working in Word Online, you can use Downloaded Word, which has more features and is an app that runs from your Start menu. If you've got your own device, you can install Word onto that. If you're on a university device, it'll already be there. Word will open up. Again, you should hopefully see your recent files, or you can start a new document with blank document, or you can open a file and go and look in your university OneDrive and find the file in there. If you start a new file on Downloaded Word, it won't automatically be saved in OneDrive. So I strongly suggest the first thing you do is to click the Save button at the top left. Make sure it's selected your university OneDrive. Give the document a sensible name and save it there. That will then be available in Downloaded Word. It will also be available in Word Online. Finally, if you have a Word document open in Word Online, you can transfer it to Word in the desktop app using this button here, and you can share it with other people to allow them to edit or look at your document using the share button here. More help is available from Digital Training. Send us an email, book a tutorial session, or see the help pages on our website.